Hey, welcome back to the Fit Survive channel. So I have two new flashlights here from Olight that I'll be showing you. Super excited to show you these because these are basically improvements on some of my previous favorite models from Olight. And also Olight is running a Black Friday deal right now on these and lots of their other flashlights. So it's a great time to pick these up as a gift or for yourself. I'll get some more details about that towards the end of the video. Let's we'll start with the Arc Field Ultra. So they've already had several versions of the arc field. So this one was the first version here. As you can see, it basically has just a green laser. If you switch this over here, you get a green laser. And it has your main light, basically. There's another version they had that had the same kind of concept, but it came with a UV light. And then they made the Arc Field Pro, which combined those first two. So now you have the green laser, the UV light, and your main light. And so it was a great upgrade. Definitely one of my favorite flashlights. Actually, I carried this in my pack for quite a while before rotating it around with some other flashlights. And now they have their latest upgrade, the Arc Field Ultra. So a lot of the concepts can be exactly the same. So if you've already worked with an Arc Field before, this is very similar in design and everything you see here. You have your main light, which now has a max output of 1400 lumens. Then you have the green laser, which is a class 3R laser, which you can see this is quite a bit, let me change over here, quite a bit brighter than the original arc field. And so a really good upgrade there. And then also the UV light on this is even brighter. I think it's the brightest I've ever used in a flashlight. You can see like for a UV light, this thing is super bright. And so it is 900 milliwatts on that UV light. And so really cool. Now, another thing they've done, because there's a lot of subtle upgrades that they have done here. So on the Arc Field Pro, hope you guys can hear this on the video, but the lens here is like a plastic or something. All right, so you hear that kind of plasticky sound. Whereas on the Ultra, they used a hardened glass. Listen to this. All right, hope you guys can hear the difference. This one has a very plasticky sound when you flick it, and you can definitely hear this as a glass, which is a great upgrade. It's going to kind of help protect that lens, make sure it's not getting scuffed up and things like that. All right, so some other design changes as well. You can see it looks more robust here with this design that they've done. It doesn't appear to be, I think it's like just barely thicker. It does have a larger battery in it as well. The battery, basically, it is a 1500 milliamp hour battery, of course, lithium, rechargeable. While I'm on that topic, basically in the box, you'll have a charger like this, which is a magnetic charger. Plug this into a USB port and charge it up like that. Also, of course, sold separately, if you have several Olights, you can get a dock like this where you can charge several of your items at the same time. And so I find that super convenient. All right, so back to the design of the flashlight. They've done some changes along like just the actual design here. You can see this right here is a bit, I think, grippier than on the Pro. The pocket clip is very similar, just some slight design changes. You can see there still is a two-directional pocket clip that we can carry it whichever way you want, depending on your basically desired method of carrying. So it has an IPX7 waterproof rating, lockout, all the good stuff like that. Also, like in a previous video that I mentioned, when you have this turned on to the light, so you'd expect a double click to take you into turbo, but actually what it does, it takes you into strobe. You actually do a triple click to get into the turbo, which for me personally, that is very annoying. I'm just accustomed to a double click being turbo and triple click being the strobe. And so what you can do is you can put it into the lockup mode. Basically, you press and hold in the button for 3 seconds until this light here turns red. All right, so the light turned red. And then what you do is click it rapidly 10 times. And then hold down the button. It'll do a flash. All right, then you need to unlock it by holding down the button again for 3 seconds. All right, green light lit up. So now a double click. Let's go and turn the light back on like it was before. All right, so a double click now takes you into the turbo, and the triple click takes you into the strobe. And so if you already own one of these, you might appreciate having that, that little hack there. All right, so that is basically it for this flashlight. There's a lot of other features it has. It has a moonlight mode here, so you can see a lot of that. And we'll take this outside, and I'll show you the brightness of it here in just a second after we talk about the sphere. But basically, this flashlight costs $120. Right now, it is on sale for Black Friday for $90. And so it will be on sale for the next like 11 days or so. And so if you're interested, right now is a great time to pick it up while they are on sale. All right, let's move this to the side. And now talking about the Olights sphere. So they changed the name. The similar light bulb here used to be called O-bulb. And so this is O-sphere. And so same kind of concept. And you can see this thing is filthy. This thing has been used a lot. In fact, this flashlight gets requested from, quite often by my buddy. He works on cars. And so you can see the magnetic tip here. This, by the way, comes in the box with it. You can see this, so it's got a magnet here. Super convenient, attached to any surface. And then you turn on that light. And of course, because it is a sphere, or a bulb in this case, you get light kind of everywhere. And so it's really great for illuminating a room. Whereas this is a basic upgrade to that. You can see it's got like this glass dome around the inner light. So it has, of course, a button on the back, same concept. It comes with this magnet. It's not a magnet, it's a metal here. You can stick it to the wall, wherever else, that we can attach this. And basically it's a magnet in the back, so any magnetic surface, it'll work on that. And then it has a bunch of different features here. You can choose between, like for example, red. Press and hold on the button. You see it will get brighter or dimmer depending on which way you are going with it. All right, so now it's getting brighter. And so there's a lot of different features that were not available in the original O-bulb. And so basically, some of the stuff is very, I don't know, it's not something that I can see me using quite often. So like something like this, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like a mood setter or if it's for entertaining children or things like that. But it does have seven different modes that you can click through with the button on the back. And then there's actually 20 different modes that you can go through if you use the app on your cell phone. All right, so let's get back to the plain white light. So then a double click will basically put the O-sphere back to sleep. So speaking about using the app, that's a really cool thing about this is that it has a Bluetooth app that you can use. Let me go ahead and set it up on my wife's phone and I'll show you some of that. All right, so this is Olight's new app that they've recently created. It's really cool. You can actually even do all your shopping on the Olight app as well as control certain of your devices, which they're adding more and more devices to that you can basically control through your app. Sorry for the light reflection, not much you can do about that. So anyways, you can see here you have some different options, of course, like powering it on, just using your app, powering it off. You can see the battery, so it's at 85% right now. It's going to tell you approximately how much time, how many hours you have left, depending on the setting that you have it set on. So let's turn it on. You can see you can choose what kind of light. So if you want white light, a red light, you can choose the brightness right here. And so you get the red flashing light. There's actually a lot of options you have here. You can see you got music rhythm. So if you had music playing, it would play to the music, of course. Also, you have some different options like nature, you can see, and there's just a whole bunch of different modes. So under festive, just recently they added the Christmas. And so it's cool that they can do some updates and you can push those updates to the O-sphere. So anyways, a whole lot of different things you can do here. What I see this being interesting for like children, something they can set up in their room. They can choose their own light, choose their own little, stuff like this, where it's, different like sparkly colors or whatever else, and the colors change. For me personally, I don't see me using all these different colors. I like the light, kind of like on the O-bulb, where you basically can use this to illuminate the room. It was perfect, but this has some added features. And again, like I said, be it for children, maybe mood setting, I don't know, maybe. So anyways, it's really cool though that they have the option to attach this to, connect it to your phone. Now there is also an option for group control. So if you had like 4 of these, you could turn them on. Let's go ahead and turn this off. You could control several spheres at the same time. There's also a tap to run thing. And so some automation, some other different stuff that you can do with the light. In the settings, there's also like a programming where you can set it up to where basically it's an if-then kind of programming, where like if it is 7 p.m., then power on the O-sphere. When I was messing with it, I couldn't quite get it figured out. Didn't seem to activate the sphere. Maybe back then it wasn't working yet. But anyways, it is cool. They have those basic options in the app right there. So the flashlight itself, let's go ahead and get some of the specs about it. Basically it has 75 lumens is the max output, like on the white light, and it goes down to 1 lumen. And it's cool that you can adjust it. Like on the O-bulb, it was basically a high and a low, whereas here you can adjust it to your your specified or preferred brightness simply by pressing and hold down the button. You can see it's going to gradually get dimmer and dimmer until it's down to 1 lumen. I can see so just barely glowing there. And then of course you can light it back up to where, you know, it's pretty good. Like if you like attach it somewhere to where you could like illuminate your space or your room, works really well. All right, so it is IP56 waterproof rating. So basically you don't want to toss it in your swimming pool. I must confess, I did that with the O bulb. It's still alive though, so I mean, I guess it works. So anyways, definitely really cool little flashlight. Now this costs $20, and right now it's on sale again for Black Friday for $16. But even at $20, I think this is a great little flashlight. Again, like I said, to entertain children with the light, or whether it be to you know, use it yourself for different reasons. I think it's a really cool flashlight and definitely priced pretty competitively. All right, so let's go ahead now, and I'll show you the brightness of the Olight Arc Field Ultra outside, and then we'll come in and we'll wrap this up. All right, so if you need to illuminate your workspace, see the O-sphere is really great. Doing that, or if you set it up top somewhere with that magnet, it does a great job illuminating like that. All right, so that is the moonlight. Can't hardly see that. Let's go ahead and we'll go to the, is the low. Got the medium and the high. Double click takes you into the turbo. So you can see it's got a pretty good throw. All right, then the laser. See, the laser shines quite a ways out there. If you do like, you know, sky, where you like go out and watch the stars and stuff, works great for pointing out stars. All right, and then, let's see. With the UV, nothing really around here that can really reflect. I guess that kind of reflects, there we go. So the UV is always interesting because it shows stuff in different light that you'd really never expect. All right, let's go back inside, we'll wrap this up. All right, so that was the Olight Arc Field Ultra and the Olight O-Sphere. And one thing I did forget to show you guys, so mine at least, my Olight Arc Field came with this coin. I don't know if it's a challenge coin, but anyways, it's like brass. So kind of cool. That came with it in the box. So definitely something cool there they added. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about these down in the comment section. Really interested in your opinion about them. If you like the upgrades they've done to the Arc Field with the Ultra series. If you are interested, right now is a great time to pick these up. I'll have links down in the description of the video. So be sure to check them out while they're on sale. And I'll see you in the next video.